No AC. I had no bed.
You had a couch as a bed.
Yes.
I'll never forget the first time I ever went over to Rodney's, and I thought it was
you were
just
there when I had the couch.
Yeah, I thought it was just the office, and he was like, "No, this is my bed." I'm like, "Okay, we out here."
You saw me when I was in the gutter, okay? What is up, my making sense of adulties? It has been 3 fucking months since I have said that. 3 months.
You haven't said it ever?
No. Well, no. It's been 3 months since I last
says it in the mirror every morning. What is he talking about?
Sad as hell. Like, welcome back. I'm making sense of adulties. We're not back, but I'm trying to be back. But now we're actually back. In a new location, guys. The aesthetic and the setting in this room looks nice.
It's a bit of an upgrade. No offense to Anthony, but we went from a cooler.
We went from a Yeti to a table.
It's like a
and whatever this is.
It's like a giant bucket.
Shane, what is this?
It's art, man.
All right, we got art in the background rather than a plain wall.
I don't know.
We're making moves.
It's majestic. I'm getting a phone call right now. Yeah, it's my dad. Yeah, forget that.
Jeffrey, we are podcasting.
I'll call him back later. I told him I was busy.
Well, friends, episode 7. 7 after 3 freaking months. Where the hell have we been?
I mean, I've just been waiting on a text from y'all telling me when we're ready to go.
Dude, we just stopped out of nowhere. And I thought we were going to bring it back.
I think, okay, now that you said, the last episode that we did was December 20-something. 21st. So we all went home for Christmas. And then we never
came back.
rekindled. What'd you guys get for Christmas?
I don't even remember.
It's been so long, I don't even know what I got for Christmas.
I don't even remember what the hell I got for Christmas. Dude, we really just stopped out of nowhere. Like, just out of nowhere.
Well, Anthony left. It was Christmas break. It was New Year's. You were traveling. I was traveling.
Oh, yeah.
And
we were really trying to figure out what we were going to do without Anthony. It took us a while.
And then after that, we were like, I don't know. It was just stagnant. We didn't have a plan B.
I don't remember when I met Shane. Shane he had slid up talking about the podcast. And he was like, hey, I heard your last episode. We should chat. I think that's what it was. I think he came.
Wait, you got to introduce him now.
Okay, so... Well, this is what I was getting to.
Okay.
The story. So you know how everything just magically happens with everybody who's joined this team? This is exactly another thing. So he just randomly, I guess, found my picture on social media, right? And he was just like, dude, this dude's outfit is insane. Follow, right? Then just
subtle shout out to himself.
Just a little bit. But then he just randomly started listening to the podcast, right? Nobody told him to listen to the podcast. He just randomly started listening to the podcast. That's when he started sliding up, getting active. He was like, bro, this podcast is phenomenal. So then he just became a supporter. That was it. Had no idea who the hell this guy was. He was just a supporter. Got to that last episode. We were talking about Anthony leaving. And then we were like, okay, we don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to figure it out. Blah, 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 blah. Right? The same thing that's been happening with everybody who's joined this team. This man just hits me up saying, hey, I'm a video producer. I was like... How the fuck did this just happen again? This fast? Like, it was literally as soon as we got off of that last episode, it was like, hey, I'm a video producer or I'm a video guy. And like, if you ever need help, I think I would be very interested. I was like, okay, cool. Let's meet up and let's talk about it, right? We meet up. We go to Bakersfield and we're just having this conversation, and it was exactly like me and Anthony's conversation. It was like, we didn't talk prices, we didn't talk anything. All we did was have a conversation. And it was just a conversation about what I was doing. He was telling me what he was doing. He wasn't even living here yet at the time. He was driving like 2 hours. He came in, I think 2 hours away, right? Yeah. He drove 2 hours to meet me to come have this meeting. And we ended up talking for I think 2 to 3 hours. Just vibing, like talking about everything, getting to know each other. I was telling him everything that I was doing. He told me what he did. And I was just like, dude, I would be beyond blessed if you wanted to join this team. And like the thing was, I didn't even have to ask. Like he was just like, I want to be a part of that. Like I want to do that. I want to help. I want to be that guy that you guys go to, blah, blah, blah. I want to help your social media, everything. And I was just like, God, like, how did you do this again? Like, you know, like, and so then we started working together with other projects. Shane, by the way, his name is Shane. And we started working on other projects together.
He is now on board as the video.
He is our next big thing.
Yeah.
It's our next big thing.
And we appreciate you, Shane.
Absolutely.
You'll have plenty of shout outs on this podcast.
But yeah, then we started working together. I've already seen his photography, so I was like, dude, I got to do a photo shoot with you eventually. Haven't got to that yet. But then he came and did a project for the dance community. Free. Well, actually, it wasn't free. So he was going to do it for free. And then I got him paid from the dance hall because I felt really bad because he was crazy talented. Like, you know, when it comes to people who are this talented, like Anthony, I was just like, I got to find a way to pay you, like somehow. Mm-hmm. So this time he came and did that project and the palace was just like, holy shit, this guy's phenomenal, and ended up paying him. Then I produced my first music video and he was the video guy for it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So then he did that and he got paid again. So it's just like the first 2 projects that we ever did together, like I helped him out because he was already going to do me a favor for free. So I was like, if I can do anything that I can to help him, I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my favor.
Girl, you're on the podcast.
I'm kidding.
You've been here for 3 seasons now.
Whoa. We're on 2.5. I don't know what you're talking about. We're at 3 yet.
Listen, if Courtney can make it through the laptop, she can make it through just about anything.
Oh my gosh. I literally thought I was going to get my head ripped off.
And it's still running. It's still running perfectly fine. Thank you. I'm actually getting a new one, so don't feel bad.
So how much is that one? Are you gonna sell it?
I don't know. The next one's gonna be a work one.
I think Courtney has like half the rights to that laptop if you do upgrade. So
yeah, if you ever need a new one, then we could talk pricing.
Heavy discount on that
for
one.
For the water discount. But yeah, so he ended up wanting to join the team, and now I'm stoked to be working with him. He's working on my other project with Amazon right now.
Awesome.
Upcoming, so I'm trying to get him a job in the Amazon field, you know, doing everything that I can to help out who's been helping me. So that is our video guy, Shane, who is about to really change the game for us in many, many different ways. So big shout out to God and Shane for bringing us together. And I look forward to working with you, buddy. But back to where the fuck we've been at. Please, Courtney, where have you been doing this last 3 months?
At home.
How are you and Guitar Guy? Update us. What's been going on?
We're great. We're in the house, so bought the house.
I was about to say, you got to tell them that you bought a house.
I think I don't remember if I mentioned that or not.
I don't either.
Anyways, bought a house, moved into the house. It's been going great. It's not how I want it. I have like so many projects I want to do around the house, and I've been talking to my mom a lot, and I'm like, is this becoming an adult? Like, every weekend I'm thinking, how can I make the house better this weekend? Not like, let's go party. So I'm going to Home Depot, I'm going to Lowe's, and I'm doing home projects.
Speaking of which, do you know a good place where you can get some nails? Just like nails to hang stuff up.
Judy, you can get nails
everywhere.
probably at freaking CVS.
Really?
Or Walmart.
CVS?
You go to Walmart to get nails.
You can get drugs and nails at the same time?
Probably. You can get them at Walmart. They got everything.
That could be dangerous.
Walmart has nails.
How do you... Okay, you're 25 years old and you don't know where to buy nails?
Listen, I've been using thumbtacks and tape my whole life.
You
it's
have
been working.
Never nailed anything in your life.
Nah,
I am way more handy than you.
Listen, no, that's not true. That's not true. I'll call Jeff back. Hold on.
I have made a coffee table.
Jeff has a toolbox with plenty of nails. My whole life, I've had nails galore.
So you've never had to buy a single nail?
Never.
Only thumbtacks.
I've never had to buy a nail either.
I am just the most handy bitch out here.
You adulted faster than we did. Okay, you got your own house before anybody else was.
You was making a lot of money when you first got here.
Exactly.
You know, we came from the streets.
I was sleeping on a futon couch. Okay, so I didn't need a fucking nails yet, and I'm still using tacks to hang my hats up.
And when you first met me, I was living in an 8x8 cubicle of a room. With
Wait,
a closet that didn't
mean?
even have a door that was latched onto it.
Wait, at the old house?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That was not a cubicle.
My room? It was my
room than I did.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Rodney lived in a cubicle.
Rodney was like the Black Harry Potter living in the storage closet.
And it had no AC.
No AC. I had no bed.
You had a couch as a bed.
Yes.
I'll never forget the first time I ever went over to Rodney's, and I thought it was
you
just
were there when I had the couch.
Yeah, I thought it was just the office, and he was like, "No, this is my bed." I'm like, "Okay, we out here."
You saw me when I was in the gutter. Okay, now I got a bed, and now I should be moving out too.
You got a bed in that room?
You haven't seen the bed? You haven't been back since we...
No.
Holy hell.
Wait, you're not in that room anymore?
No,
I'm
he's
still
in the room,
room,
but he's got a bed.
I have a bed now.
What, like
Like
a
a-
king bed, so
no.
it's all bed?
No,
think
it's a full. I
think it's a full.
You know, it kind of equals out with the room
Okay.
Yeah, it's like half the room.
with a full size bed.
So don't complain about your cubicle because
Yeah, 'cause
Rodney.
I came from the gutter. Okay, and I made it work.
Well, listen, we did have a roommate move out, and you had the opportunity to switch rooms and get a
You
big
think
room.
I'm going to
But
re-hang up all those goddamn hats on
but
another wall?
It's just a personal thing.
You're crazy. I was like, I'll tough it out until I got to really dip the fuck out of here. There's no way I'm going to re-hang up all those hats. Not a chance.
Okay, back to Courtney though. You bought a house.
Moved in.
You moved in.
How's the job?
You've been updating.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah,
authentic.
it's not good.
No, it's good. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to push for a promotion or figure out like kind of how I fit into the whole thing. Sales is tough. It's really tough.
Yeah, we figured
So
that
I'm
one
figuring, I'm trying to figure it out. I've got good things in the works. It's just like staying positive and motivated every day. So I'm working on that. I am currently not drinking alcohol.
How long has that been going on?
I think I'm on day 20.
out. Ooh.
So you're almost at a month?
I'm doing it for 70 days. Trying to go to the gym more, and I'm drinking more water.
Lord knows.
Good for you.
70 days.
Yeah.
I couldn't last 7 days.
7?
I couldn't last 7 days.
Really?
I need a glass of wine at least once a night now. Since we're talking about adulting, I've had to put down the bottles and get a Pinot Noirs. I need to be calmed down now. But anyways, Junie, what about you? What's been going on with you?
Yeah, no, I've had a lot of stuff going on.
Did you get in another car accident?
When's the last one that you heard about me? What number did he stop at when you last known him?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I've
that's where
stuck
he
to
stepped
3, but I actually finally just
Got your car
my
back.
new car. No, I didn't even get that car back. All 3 of them were totaled. So
I'm sorry, it's really not funny. I'm
It's
just
not.
glad. I'm glad you're safe.
it's
It's not.
no, like I have like PTSD.
I've never met
I have-
somebody with such bad luck.
No, it's just like it's where I work in Nashville. If anybody lives in Nashville and you know how Murfreesboro Road is, it is literally a death trap. I kid you not. I hear car accidents from my office on a weekly basis.
It's just the timeline, how they were just one
Back to
after
back.
the other after the other.
And only one of them was half my fault. The other 2 were completely out of my control.
I'm sure your insurance company is sticking behind you like, yeah.
No, my insurance
okay.
company dropped me. So if we're gonna talk about adulting, I had to get brand new insurance. Shout out to Geico.
I went with the lizard.
And
Is it more expensive?
no, my rates didn't go up. It was just
Yeah,
my insurance was
they said, Mr. Riddle, I'm sorry to inform you, but
We can't keep
Well, no.
keep buying you new cars.
they found so basically what they did it's
Junie, I'm so sorry.
just hear me out. It gets better. So my car insurance was Kentucky Farm Bureau,
Oh, Kentucky.
and so it was in
cow
Kentucky.
patty pies. So it was in Kentucky, so it didn't cover it in Nashville?
No. So they had covered it in Nashville, but like when they would see the police report and they saw that my address was a Nashville address, they're like, "Wait a minute, you don't live here anymore."
I said, you're in a whole other state, messing
They're
up
like-
our
and they're like-
business.
and they're like,
You
listen,
gotta go.
they're like, listen, yeah, exactly. They were like, "We're sorry we hate to do this to you. We get it. It's like
You
we get
would
it. It's
cost
not your
them.
fault, but they hit me with it's a personal thing." It's not you.
Oh my goodness.
So I had to get brand new car insurance, and I got a brand new car. It's probably the nicest car I've had.
Oh my gosh! And
so-
Kentucky Farm Bureau paid for that?
They did. Or whoever's insurance that
They
hit
were
me.
gonna give this man one fucking car,
I've
and then we're
I've lost track. But no, definitely been limiting the driving. But me and my girlfriend just moved into a new house.
Whoa,
They made the move.
So
that's a big step.
yeah.
How's it going?
And they already have a dog.
Yes.
Wait, she had a dog.
She had a dog. It's my adopted dog.
Adopted
So
dog.
I mean, I take care of it just as much as
the
she
dog
does.
that got the period and they blamed you.
Oh, you know the story. Yeah, that one.
For those that don't know, Junie and his girlfriend went out of town one weekend,
I love how she
and
keeps
Rodney
bringing
was
this up.
watching the dog. And the dog got its period, but they didn't know that. And they blamed Rodney for spilling red wine everywhere on the white couch, but it was the dog's period. And Rodney was like, I swear, dude, I didn't do it.
Okay, for the record, we got home like past midnight because our flight got delayed for like 8 hours. We were stuck in New York waiting for our connecting flight to bring us back to Nashville. I come home and there's like a couple wine glasses out. There's a bottle hanging out. And I was like, this motherfucker was drinking wine on my couch and fucked up my couch. I just didn't think twice, but I mean, like, I was drunk in, what is it, LaGuardia Airport?
Yeah, LaGuardia.
Like, we were getting fucked up, and we got home at like 1 a.m. after all the delays. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Why would you not think somebody would tell you, like, hey, I spilled this?
I thought it might have been an accident.
You
And
were
then
going to
just
see it
didn't.
regardless. So how could I have even lied or like weaseled my way out of that? and
Okay,
been like,
listen,
okay, bye.
listen. Okay, we're dropping the whole blame game
Okay.
here.
Anyways,
But yeah, we just moved into.
did you get the dog taken care of?
It's
Did it
fixed.
snip?
Let's just put it this way: she is spayed.
Good.
She is spayed. But no, we moved into this new house, and with the dog, it has a huge backyard.
Massive.
Now it's it's
massive.
a massive backyard, privacy fence and all. And on top of that, we also got a 2-bedroom, so we now have a guest bed, which is important because we want her family to come and visit from New York. When my parents come in, they can now stay there, and we just we wanted a more family friendly place since our families have been coming to see us more often. So it's been really good. We're like in the final stages of like completely settling in. We're finally getting stuff to like hang up on the walls and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
That's
Kind
why
of
you need
like
to
what
get
you're
some
saying
nails.
is yes, yeah. No, she got this huge thing. Kind of looks like this, right back here.
Art as we call it.
And I it's my job to hang it, so I need to go get some nails. I just listen.
But you've been
gonna
putting
get-
it off because you don't know where
Listen,
to get
no,
them.
You're
I
gonna get
try-
so frustrated trying to like get the thing up there. I can already see it.
Have you ever had to mount a TV? Surely.
No,
What?
no,
Have you?
No.
What?
Courtney, you're just ahead of us in life. I don't know what to tell you.
We're adulting late. Okay, like the periods late.
Or she's.
Okay?
I think she's early.
Me?
No,
You're-
we're late.
We are late.
Yeah, on adulting.
I feel like I'm the same as y'all. What do you mean?
You just switched
No,
insurances. You're an adult.
yeah.
You're big time.
I'm the real deal, baby. I got Geico up in here. You know what I mean?
He is big time now. The lizard is definitely
15 minutes could save you 15% or more. Sponsor us, Geico. I got your back.
Well, what's up with the job? Talk to us about the job. And what's been
So,
going on with that.
I'm doing the same old thing. Still the promotional coordinator for Cromwell Media here in Nashville, which I absolutely love it. It's a lot of hours, it's a lot of weekends. But I still get to do fun things. Like I get to go to concerts, get to go to, Predators hockey games, all that good stuff. But I've kind of got some added duties here recently, which I've been publishing sports articles, kind of covering the Titans,
Have
Super
you read 'em?
Bowl.
Have you read any of them?
I saw Robert Woods.
Saul is not reading them.
I'm not good at reading.
Continue.
But I've exerted a lot of effort into doing that, and our program director at the station really enjoys my work, and it's kind of getting me noticed a little bit in the building, and it's just a way for me to kind of like express myself in my love of football and sports in general. and getting some exposure out of it. And so it's just a next step for my ultimate goal, and it's something I'm really proud of. And I literally just finished an article today, and while I was working the Preds pregame tonight, I was writing another one. He wants me to keep writing and just crank as many out as I can because...
You get paid extra for those or no?
No, I don't. But it's one of those things that I thoroughly enjoy. It's almost like a hobby.
Yeah.
So, it's just to come up in, in the job. And so I also picked up a weekend job, just wanting to, save some more money, not go.
I need to go see you because them biscuits. I used to be there every
Wait,
Sunday.
where did you pick up a weekend job at?
At Jamco.
What's that?
Where Kinsey used to
Nashville Jam Company. It's like a little small mom and pop restaurant that serves kind of brunch food. So I've been working there on the weekends. It's good running money, cash, and just some subliminal money. And I'm paying more for rent now, and I want to save up for a house. And it with
You're gonna
that
be there this
comes
Sunday?
money. Huh?
You gonna be there this Sunday?
No, I actually got this Sunday off. I'm only working Saturday. So
This Saturday?
yeah,
I might come. I need those biscuits.
you got to
It's
come
been a while.
through.
Those biscuits are fire.
Did you get any new tattoos?
I got the background.
I was gonna say it looks different.
I don't know if have you not seen that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, because I got this literally like the week after our last episode.
There you
'Cause
go.
I got it after Christmas. I went to the Chiefs Steelers game in Kansas City with the boys in Kansas City. Shout out to X for going to that game with me, even though we got smacked. But yeah, no, a lot of me and Shane have been traveling a lot, going and doing a lot of different things, moving into this new house, getting, moving up in, my job field. And that's kind of what I've been up to.
Adulting.
I've just been grinding, dude. Like, also, like with my spare time as well, I've been Michelle. Shout out to our morning producer at 102.5 The Game. She's been letting me come in and shadow her to do her job because that's the job that I want to get into in order to move in to get on air. You kind of go through getting the producing job, doing the background, kind of being like that third or fourth voice on a show. To where you kind of just chip in here and there and you run the show. And then eventually, after learning how to run a show and do that kind of stuff, like they move you into on air. So I'm trying to like move into that position. So I've just been shadowing her and going in a couple days a week at 5 a.m., not getting paid extra and just doing it. Like I'm trying to hustle. Like I've been working from 5 a.m. and some days I don't stop working till like 7 p.m. And I've been working my ass off trying to get to where I want to be. And it's just like, I'm 25 years old, and if I'm going to get the results I want, then, I got to go for it. And that's what I've been doing. And it's been tiring, but it's been paying off.
Well, that's good, Jenny.
Look at Anthony.
What? What? I've been replaced.
What timing?
Already?
That was quick. I was like, we haven't even started the episode yet.
I hope he watches.
Oh, he's gonna watch.
Okay.
He's definitely gonna be a supporter. He actually just got his first full-time gig.
What?
too.
Hey.
Doing what?
Yeah, I think probably even video or something. I don't know. He didn't say. He just said that crazy timing because you and I both got it at the same time, kind of ordeal.
But in Chicago?
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
in Chicago. He can come back. I think he's doing really, really well up there. I've been seeing him partying and.
Well, that's where he's from, wherever
his
you come
boys are
from,
out
you're
there.
obviously going to have, the most network, the most connections. He's going back to his stomping grounds and he's thriving. So good for him. Good
Boy's
for
doing well.
Good for him.
Everybody
So-
around us is doing good.
Especially you.
Yeah.
Especially
What about
me.
you,
We
Rodney?
might need to get to what Rodney Smith Radio Rob has been
After
up to.
2 years of bullshit, I have finally retired serving at Cheesecake. Thank God. Bro, okay, so this year has gone absolutely crazy. And what I compare it to is not luck, and it's not being at the right place at the right time, but it's being prepared for when your time comes. It's exactly how I see the situation. It's because I prepared for my shot with Amazon for so long, right? And then when it was finally thrown in my face, it was like, I'm ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And once they gave me that project, it was like I was locked in on just that. I stopped drinking a little bit because I wanted my voice to be perfect for the interviews. I completely dug deep and was just like, this is my shot, and I refuse to let this go. So basically, there's an entertainment company called Made in Network, and they basically partner. They're one of the fastest growing companies in the world right now. And they partner with all these big organizations and companies like Hulu, Spotify, Amazon, all these crazy big jobs. And they found me through that documentary they were doing for the country music documentary. And so they reached out and just like, hey, like we have this project where we're interviewing country artists. You seem to know a lot about country artists. Here's the treatment, right? And this is another thing that I think was really good. So they sent me the treatment and they had wrong names to the artist. So when they sent me
what do you mean?
Like they would show me a picture and they would like, okay, so like you had to interview, I interviewed 10 artists, right? So they had the names and the artist right and the picture right next to them. So when they sent me the treatment, there was like wrong names to the artist. And I was just like, hey, that's not Sean Stimley. I was like, that's not so-and-so and so. And they were just like, this is exactly why we wanted you to come onto the project. Because they're not as like they're into the country music scene, but they're not into it, you know? Mm-hmm. So when they came to me and they were like, hey, we want you to do this project. We think you're really good for it, blah, blah, blah. Half the people on that list, out of the 10 people on that list, I knew 8 of them already personally. Like all just because of being in Nashville and, you know, networking and going out and stuff like that. So they threw me this project and I completely nailed it. Like nailed it. And they were like, hey, we're going to have future projects that we want you to be on. And these projects are paying money. So like when people were saying the freelance world is like where you should be, I was like, okay, freelance is kind of like, you know, DJing on the side at the dance hall, blah, blah, blah. Their definition of freelance projects was like $8,000 projects to do interviews. And I'm just like, this is what motherfuckers are getting paid to do? Like, this is not a job. Like, they're getting paid to do this and talk to somebody over there. This is an $8,000 project. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna take this serious.
Right.
You know, so I called off of work for like 2 days at Cheesecake just so I can get the interview questions in on time and blah, blah, blah. Like, I was freaking out, but it was because I needed time. Mm-hmm. I was still going out doing everything. So I nailed that first project and they called me up and they were like, a week before the ACMs, they were like, hey, we're going to do red carpet interviews at the ACMs. You did so well at the first one. Can you come do it again? And I was like, duh. Right. So again, flew me out there, another super expensive project. And the people on the red carpet were just, it was so easy. Everybody asked me all the time. They're like, why did you not look nervous? It seemed like you were just in your element and blah, 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 blah. And it goes back to, I've been ready for my shot.
You've been conditioned.
I was just ready. Like I was ready for it. And as soon as it got laid down, it was like, well, there's no time to be nervous. Not a chance at all. So I hit that shit on the nail. Like I bought these crazy ass outfits that I knew were gonna like spark attention because that's such a conversation starter. Mm-hmm. And I just did all the right things to the point where they were just like, we need you full time. It wasn't like, do you want to be full time? It's like, we need you full time. Because we have so many other country projects coming up that we want you to be a part of. And they called me up this week after, you know, pushing it back, getting busy. And they're just like, we want you to go full time. And I was just like, when do you want to start? I said, I'll start whenever you're ready because I'm tired of fucking serving. Right. But it's no disrespect to serving. Right. I did my time at serving because I knew it's a patient industry. Mm-hmm. And that's why, you know, Cheesecake now is just, usually it's like, oh, you got to put your 2 weeks in, or like, oh, like, you know, that sometimes they don't like to see people go. But for me, like, they're throwing a party on Thursday, and like they're just like, we've seen you so hard working behind the scenes that now that you're getting your shot, we're just through the roof excited for you, blah, 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 blah. And they were just like, you don't even have to work the rest of this week. Like, if you need to go start. And I was just like, I'll finish the rest of the week out because you guys have been so good to me. Like, they've always let me call off of work and get out of work because they've been so invested in me finally making it that now it was so many emotions from like family and friends and people around the industry. They're just like, now is your fucking time to step on the fucking pedal and just go crazy and go berserk. So they've just been like, you know, project after project throwing me, and like producing that first music video was something I never thought I'd ever do. And I produced a music video, and then there's a whole new show coming up, and just so many things are getting thrown at me that it's just like, it's not really stuff that I'm not prepared for. It's just like, I'm ready to take everything head on. Mm-hmm. And that's literally what's been happening the last 3 months. You could say it's adulting because like my drinking has slowed down, my going out has slowed down, and like I'm finally about to get a place either on my own or when my new friend is coming into town because he's planning on buying like a crazy fucking house.
Where's he from?
He's from Canada. So the dude that I was on the dating show with. So it's funny. So on the dating show, me and him, I picked him to go with me to the show to Jamaica. What do you mean?
Okay, yeah.
When we won.
Other couple that went with you.
Neither of the couples really worked out, but me and him became super, super close.
Okay.
So now he ended up coming to Nashville for a trip, fell in love with Nashville, and he's planning to move out here now.
And he's from Canada?
He's from Canada. Nigerian, yeah.
What does he do for job?
He's in finance.
Okay.
And this dude is one of the craziest hardworking guys I think I've ever met, aside from myself.
Yeah, dude, he's really quick on it. He's really savvy, not only in like media, but just in like finance and knowing like the market in general. Just, I don't know, just kind of like things that just things that you don't typically hear from people. Like he's a sharp cat.
He's nuts. Like, think of a go-getter times 5,000. Like, the dude has saved up a tremendous amount of money, and I feel like that's so responsible as somebody. He's only 26, you know? So it's like to see, I mean, when he was telling me about everything that he's done and how much he's saved and the job that he's doing and how busy, because he's in the entertainment field too, but he's also majority finances where he gets most of his money from. But he puts his money so smartly with what he does.
Like he invests in stuff?
Investing and saving and towards the right stuff that it's just, he's like a wizard with numbers. And I was just like, I can't even understand half the time that he talks about certain stuff, but he feels like he wants to be in this town since it's such an entertainment town. He came into town and put him in front of the right people, and like he's already got, you know, multiple like jobs, interviews lined up, but my entertainment company wants to sign him as well for finances, and he can also be a part of the entertainment company in one. So he just like, he came into town and he's just so, he could talk to anything. Right. So he just networked like crazy and created so many opportunities for you that when he does move, like he's going to excel. So like I said, if I end up moving, it's going to be either been in his house or by myself. But like I said, these last 3 months have just been like quick adjustments to everything. My sister and family are doing really, really well. She's about to be number one in the draft.
Every time I watch ESPN, I see her.
Like, yeah.
Every time.
And this, I mean, it's funny because everybody was always like, this is the year for you guys. And it's just that, like, it's finally like both of our hard works are finally coming to the light, and it's just, it's not something to like non-humble yourself about or like get cocky or overconfident, but it's just like, you know, you've been humble all your life. I grew up around a very humble household that kind of like helped me pave the way to get to where I am now. And it's just like, now that I'm in the limelight, it's kind of crazy to see like how famous people really, the attention that they get, because it's literally been insane the last couple 3 months. But it's just like, I can't change who I am, because then that's gonna tack on to people thinking that, oh, he thinks he's a real big shot, you know? So that's why I stay humble with everybody who's around me, still continue to help everybody, making these connections with people, because I'm not going to give up on, you know, what my overall mission was to do, even though now like status is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So the last 3 months have just hit really, really quickly, but it's been like a fun adjustment.
If you were wondering where we have been.
Yeah, I mean,
Rodney's been grinding.
Everybody's been busy. I mean, Junie's like he said, he's been coming in at 5 a.m. now and earning these new positions and stuff like that. So it's just like, it wasn't like we wanted to throw the podcast away. We all fallen in love with the podcast, and we knew we were going to come back. We talked about it every here and there, but it's just like right now life is hitting us with a challenge that we could not move away from. It was just like, now's our time to put our foot full on the throttle, and that's exactly what we did. And we knew we were going to come back. Like, we're here now. We put the right pieces in motion. Stuff like this doesn't just come overnight. You know, finding Shane was not something that was just going to happen overnight. And you know, getting the next couple guests that are going to come on. Like, people have hit us with some crazy guests that are going to come on that I am excited to talk with, because it's not just music based. Like this Innocence project of a lady who gets people out of incarceration and stuff is about to come on, and I'm just through the roof excited for her to come and talk about her story. And the fact that people are now hitting us with these type of guests are just going to really elevate the podcast to new heights.
That's what I wanted to talk about. What are we to expect out of Making Sense of Adulting?
I mean, now I think is the time where a lot of us have made even more connections. And for myself, the social media like TikTok and Instagram is really blown up for me, and having Amazon on radar. Like, I feel like now we're going to be put in front of some people that can really make this podcast excel and kind of organize what we kind of just threw together in my janky ass room. You know what I'm saying?
In the middle of COVID,
like
baby.
In the middle of COVID, but just look at the progression. Like, we started there with mics that hooked up to a table, right? And then we progressed to wireless mics, and that didn't work. So we came back, we went to a new place, right? Then we got a video guy. Then we got video. Then we added all these elements that it's like every year is something new. And that's exactly what you can expect out of the podcast is something new as you continue to go along. Like look at the followers on Instagram. Right, you expect when a social media account gets when you're not doing anything and it's not active, you lose followers, right? We gained 50 plus followers off of going ghost for 3 months. We didn't post anything, and we didn't lose. We lost maybe 2 followers because I have the little app. We lost 2 followers in 3 months
because I have the little app.
I have the app, and we only lost 2 followers, right? And we gained 57. I think plus followers just from.
I guarantee you those are dead accurate.
Like it is dead accurate.
Sure.
I did my analyzation, but but for doing nothing, right? Because they were people from TikTok were coming to my social media and they were just like, oh, he has a podcast to follow, and like it just kept skyrocketing, and then artists that were coming into town and that I were meeting out, like, when are you bringing the podcast back? Or hey, how do I get my artists on? And blah 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 blah. And it just shows you that we've been doing this on the fly, right? If we ever get on a correct page, this podcast can excel. And it's because it's not a typical podcast that everybody is doing. Like, we have been so patient with the podcast. We have taken the right steps with the podcast that as soon as it's our time to really put our foot on the throttle, I think this podcast is going to do some phenomenal things.
I think the theme of this podcast is starting to change as well. I mean, when you talk about our first 2 seasons that we did, 40 episodes, I mean, it was constantly talking about how much we like to party, how we like to have a good time, like relationship stuff. And it seems like the evolution that we've been through of how much we've grown up.
Age.
Well, that too. And it's like, this is our next chapter. It's like Rodney's got his opportunity. My opportunities are starting to come. Courtney, like, you are looking at another promotion and growing in your job as well and trying to figure out what exactly you want to do. I mean, it's just things have changed from, hey, we're here to grind and have a good time to now, hey, we're making it and this is what we're doing and this is how we're growing and progressing and this is where we want to go. And I think that for people who have been with us for day one, I mean, that's super crazy for them to see, literally watching us grow and learn on, like you said, on the fly.
Yeah.
And get to where we are now. I mean, shout out to all you day ones that have got to witness that.
I think it's going to be really scary to go back and listen to the first episode after we finish this one. After we finish this season, like,
the mic sounds real. Like, the mics truly do not sound good.
On the first season.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The audio was so
it was bad.
Fuzzy and stuff.
It was bad. But just the things that we talked about, like.
But we thought it was amazing. Remember?
And it's like, it's not even that we were young, but we were young. Realistically, like, we were still adulting, but like, we've adulted, and like, that's where now each season is coming with age, and it's just like, it's so scary to go back and listen to. Really, the partying, the getting drunk, all of us together, single. And then now you fast forward 2 seasons, you moved in with your girl, you moved in, new jobs, people, like, this shit is insane to look at. And I think even later on when you like try to go present that to businesses or companies, like, it's just like, listen to our first episode and then listen to our last episode and then just listen. Right. And I feel like just off of those 2 episodes alone, they're just going to be like, this is what a younger audience needs. Because younger audiences are going to go listen to that first episode when they were in college and having that fun phase. And then they're going to graduate and be like, okay, then let me listen to their adulting season when they really started making shit happen. And that's going to be stuff that, CEO or not CEOs, but like managers and bosses are going to be like, yo, these kids got it figured out. These kids are literally doing it. And that's what you're going to be able to go put on somebody's table and be like, hey, this is and that's what I think makes the podcast is so special, is because it's fucking real. We're not here faking any of this, right? Every season has been an upgrade in some type of way in real world shit, fights, arguments, like new jobs, the coming from sleeping in your car, the fucking, all this wild shit is real life. Right? This is what artists put into their music, and this is what we're putting behind our microphone by just talking. And I feel like that is going to go such a long way with the podcast. And I feel like that is why this is just so special. And I've been rocking with the same people since day one because I refuse to let either of you guys fucking quit this. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have been in it since day one. And that's what also makes the podcast so special is that we're here doing it together. And all those people that started a podcast during COVID because it was something fun to do, what the fuck are they doing now? You know what I'm saying? What are they doing now?
They're definitely not doing
I know they're not doing the podcast anymore because it was something fun that they just wanted to throw together. And when people were asking, like, how is your podcast doing so well? Look where we are now. Still doing this goddamn podcast, even with all the things that we been up against.
And instead of fishing for people to come on this podcast,
People
or like
are
begging
now
people,
coming to
people are
us.
coming to us and want to be a part of this and want to join the crazy conversations, the fun, the laughter, the deep conversations that we get into. And it's just like, I feel like we all come out gaining something every single time.
And Junie's beard gets longer every season. Ow! Well,
Damn, get drunk? Well, on that note, I feel like we talked you guys' ears off enough. This is only the first episode back. We just wanted to let you guys know where our MIA status was at. But it feels good to be back, man. It feels really good to be back.
I miss doing this.
To our loyal audiences who have been there since day one, thank you guys. And we promise to kill these next couple episodes and then expect even bigger shit season 4. I mean...
Wait, why do you keep skipping over 3?
This is 3.
This is 2, I thought.
No.
This is 3.
This
2
is
is our
3.
adulting season where we really like switched all the topics.
This is 3. This is like 3.5.
Yeah, this is 3.
It's like that
so
awkward
it
Lion
is
King movie that
3.5
Yeah, this is 3.5.
Wasn't it-
Oh my gosh.
This is episode 7.
of 3?
Yeah.
technically.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took like a mid-season pause. It was like
Yeah, it was
we
a big
left
one.
we left on a cliffhanger and now we're back. You ever
It
seen
was kind of a cliffhanger.
TV shows do that?
Because
Yeah,
we
they
said
do.
we're going
Can
to
we?
figure it out.
So can we?
And we just went to go figure it out. And now we're back.
Okay, I've been thinking, why did I think it was 2?
Because it's been that long.
Oh, I can't ever forget. No, 2. The beginning of 2 is when I spilt the water on the laptop
Exactly,
because
that's
we
why we
were
can't
going to
forget it.
start videoing and then that happened.
Exactly. And that's why we can't fucking forget it. That's why we know it's 3.
That's right. It's 3.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome, newcomers who are going to join. We look forward to making sense of adulting. This is not how our usual episodes go, but like I said, we wanted to update everyone where the hell we've been. We have some super exciting topics to come up that we still need to touch on because What the Fuck Dating Part 2 needs to happen now that everybody's
Dating.
cuffed up, except for your boy. Just in case anybody's listening that wants to cuff me, help me out. But welcome new people. A lot of new guests coming on. A lot of fun things. Love you guys. Welcome to a family. To a very, very important family. We look forward to hearing you on the next episode. Listening? No.
Whoa.
We look forward to talking to you on the next episode. It is your boy, Radio Rod, Rodney Smith, signing out.
Audi.
Later.